You're scrolling, drifting through the endless static of the algorithm, waiting for the signal to cut through the noise. Consider, if you will, that you just found the frequency. You've just stepped off the timeline of the everyday, into the space where the forgotten history and the hidden truths finally touch down. There's the story you know, and then there's the airspace we're about to enter. Check your coordinates, because you're heading towards the landing point.
Welcome back, friends. Today's story. The Great Who? It was the late 1930s in the quiet, windswept town of Norfolk, Nebraska. A 12-year-old boy was flipping through a magazine when his eyes caught an advertisement. It was a mail-order magic kit. He scraped together what little money he had, sent away for it, and waited for the mailbox. Let's just call the boy John. John wasn't the captain of the football team. He wasn't the loud, boisterous class clown. In fact, he was painfully, intensely shy. He felt awkward in his own skin and struggled to make casual conversation. But that magic kit, that was different. Magic gave him a script. If he was doing a card trick, he knew exactly what to say. He practiced in front of his bed mirror for hours on end, mastering the sleight of hand until the moves were completely invisible. Soon, the shy kid from Nebraska was performing at local Rotary clubs and church socials under a grand theatrical stage name, the Grand Carcione. Magic was his shield. The stage was the only place he felt truly comfortable. Fast forward to August 1954. John is now a young man, trying to make it in the burgeoning world of television. He has a job, but it's strictly behind the scenes. He is a staff writer for The Red Skelton Show, penning jokes for one of the most famous and beloved physical comedians on earth. Then came the afternoon rehearsal that changed everything. During a stunt, Red Skelton ran headlong into a breakaway door. But there was a problem. Skelton went down hard, knocked out cold, and doctors rushed in and diagnosed a severe concussion. There was no tape back then. This was the era of live television. The broadcast was just hours away, and the network executives were in blind panic. They needed a warm body to stand in front of the camera, and they needed it now. Desperate, they looked at the skinny, quiet writer from Nebraska. They asked John to fill in for a comedy legend on national television with almost zero preparation. When the red light went on the camera, John stepped out from behind the curtain. He didn't have a deck of cards. He didn't have a magic wand. But he relied on the absolute ironclad timing he had learned as the Great Carcione. He delivered the monologue. He was charming. He was unflappable. He was a sensation. The amateur magician didn't pull a rabbit out of his hat that night. Instead, he pulled off the greatest illusion of his life. He made a national audience completely forget that they tuned in for someone else. That single emergency fill-in performance caught the eye of the network executives. It launched a trajectory that would eventually lead him to a desk, a couch, and a brightly colored curtain in Burbank, California. He would go on to tuck America into bed every single night for 30 uninterrupted years. The shy boy who hid behind the mail-order magic kit grew up to be the undisputed king of late night. He is John William, Johnny Carson. And whether you realize it or not, this is The Landing Point.
Viewers, thank you for watching today, The Landing Point. We really appreciate it. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Roadrunner Real Estate. They are a full-service real estate company doing both commercial and residential real estate. They can help you buy, sell, or even lease your properties. So if you're in the market looking for a real estate company, please go out and give them a call. They'll happily help you today. The next thing I'd like to talk about is our social media. Obviously, we have YouTube if you're watching that today. If you haven't done so already, please go out and subscribe. It is completely free to you. There's nothing that you'll be charged or your membership fees, but it does help us out so we can get our latest episodes to you quickly, and you can find out what's going on with YouTube. Our other place that we do a lot of our social media is on our Facebook page, The Landing Point. So please go out and like and subscribe or follow those, I guess I would say, so you get the latest updates. If you're a person that likes to listen to stories as you're out on the drive, we have our podcast. You can find The Landing Point out there, and it can be on most services. So once again, thank you for watching The Landing Point, and we look forward to see you on our next story.